Hello again, everybody. I'm back in Doki Doki, but it's loading me into a computer system of some kind. I'm not entirely sure what's going on here. I'm logging into a Linux distribution, apparently, of some sort. Oh, is this just a new version of the main menu? Is this what this is? This is fun. Side stories. Ooh, pictures and... Oh, nice. It's got some backgrounds for all the main characters. Hey, little chibi ones. Those are really good fun. Copies of all the poems. I don't think I want to set my wallpaper. What about music? Is this going to just be... Yeah. That's really nice. Well, we don't need to see that right now. Any mail? Nobody's sending us any letters. What about settings? Oh, it's game settings, of course. Alright, in that case, let us load up the main game and keep going. Because we were doing really well. We were going to start doing our next poem, I think, was the next thing to do, wasn't it? Yeah, here we go. This is the main menu I'm used to. Alright, oh wait, hang on, did I just hit... I hit new game. That was wrong. Load! I need to load a game. There we go, right, let's write a poem. Let's start off with talking about some raindrops. It's bad weather in Doki Doki Land. Which means that we're feeling pretty lazy. We don't want to go outside because it's a waterfall. We're feeling pretty miserable about it. But it's okay, the sunset's coming out now, and we treasure the sunset. It's a very nice time of day. Ooh, death. No, we're not going to have death. But there shall be unrestrained cheeks. Cheeks? What? As we go and have an awesome time. As we... I'm not really sure where we're going with this one. A whirlwind? That's a massacre. Ooh. But let's have a lollipop with this... Oh, Lollipop Massacre. That's a game, isn't it? That's an extraordinary prayer. No, that's a wrong word. Let's go with explode, definitely. There's an extreme explosion. And then put some lipstick on a dream. Oh, we ran out of words. Well, I have no idea where we're going with this poem. And it's going to be a bit of a mess one, I think. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. And entering the the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hey, April. Hi, Sayori. Looks like you're in a good mood today. I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. That's kind of a backhanded compliment, that is. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No, thanks. Eh? But that's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Eh? Well, why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Oh, I think I know where we're going with this one. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before even coming to the classroom. Yeah, okay, she likes snacks, that's fair. So either you're not hungry and wanted to make an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget you'd spent all your money so that I would lend you some. I'm too smart for you, Sayori, but there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that only leaves the one option. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. That's not always true. Ha! Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book as always. Aha! I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell April to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Very hoity-toity. ... Ah, did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like it when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Revolution? Retribution? That. Still, coming from you, Sayori, I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Wah! Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. Yeah, but you wouldn't have come if it wasn't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me a little more credit than that, Sayori. Yay! Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Whap! Yeah! Ow! What was... Eh? A cookie! Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Well, I mean, if you really want something, it just comes to you eventually, I guess. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you. But I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Not Natsuki? Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. It's so good. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. Oh, I hate it when you bite your tongue. It's so painful. Or the inside of your cheek. That's one's almost as bad. You're gonna go through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Ah, yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Oh. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Aw, nice big hug. Aw, that's quite a nice, Ah, jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans out and takes a bite out of Oh, she's evil. She's taking a bite out of her cookie. Yay! Did you seriously just do that? Nom. Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. Sayori and I laugh as well. Geez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Eh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the classroom. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. He probably just had something to do today. He's pretty popular after all. Eh? You don't think she has a... Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. She probably has more desirable... she's probably more desirable than all of us combined. Yeah, that's true. Excuse me. Suddenly, the door swings wide open. I'm sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys aren't worried or anything. Eh? Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. And to be honest, I just kind of lost track of time. That makes no sense though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music well, Monica. Well, I don't really. I just kind of started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Oh, that's, Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I also look forward to it. Is that so? Well, in that case, I won't let you down, April. Monica smiles sweetly, somehow butting everybody else out of frame. It's quite an incredible rump she's got there to kick everyone out like that. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently. I'd really love the chance to share one once I'm ready. I see. Oh, well, in that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? No, not really. I chose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow has managed to finish her entire cookie. Yuri is back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. April! Sayori suddenly comes up to me. I'm gonna go get some supplies from the other classroom. Wanna come with me? Supplies? What for? Well, you know how the festival is coming up? Me and Monica are gonna make some posters and stuff. So I need to find some crayons, markers, and glue sticks. Well, okay, I see. Sure, I'll go with you. Yay! Okay, Monica, we'll be back soon. Are you going with April to get the supplies? There's no need to trouble yourself. I'd be happy to go with him. But I wanted to go. It's so much fun exploring empty classrooms and stuff. Okay. It was just a suggestion. See if you can find poster paper too, okay? Okay. Ready, April? Yep, okay, let's go. I haven't got many choices so far in this, have I? It's all been pretty linear. Sayori and I exited the club room. I follow behind as Sayori hums and skips around the hallway. Honestly, it feels like I'm taking a kid to the mall or something. Sayori finds pleasure in the simplest things sometimes. Hey, Sayori, what exactly are we doing for the festival anyway? I'm not sure how you would make an event out of literature. Yeah, me and Monica have it all planned out. Don't you worry. Is that so? Yep, we're gonna do a poetry performance. A performance? Of what kind? Well, everyone is gonna take turns on stage and recite their favourite poems. That sounds, quite embarrassing and painful in secondary school, that's for sure. That sounds kind of dull. April, you're not thinking about it the right way at all. It's not about reading poems. It's about performing them. Like you say the lines of the poems, like, between my feet, the last remaining flower beckons to me. I twist the stem, freeing it from its clinging roots, seizing the final joyous moment between my fingers. But to what ends have I summoned this joy? For now, when I look in every direction, the once prosperous field before me is but a barren wasteland. ... Like that. Sayori, how do I put this? I'm sure it's just me, but it's impossible for me to take you seriously when you talk like that. Eh, you meanie. I worked super hard on this, you know. I know. I just meant it's pretty unordinary contrast to your cute self. Yeah, don't say that, it's embarrassing. But I guess that means I'm doing a good job. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I'm so excited. The festival is going to be so much fun. Sayori spins herself around the hallway again. Hey, April, this classroom over here is empty. Let's begin the mission. The mission, eh? It's been a super long time since I've spent time with Sayori like this. But in the end, she hasn't changed one bit. She's nothing but a ball of sunshine, drawing happy vibes from the world around her. It's a pretty nostalgic feeling for me. As the years went by, I began to hole myself up in my room more and more. By going adventuring with Sayori brings about a special sort of feeling I forgot I had in me. Aww. The two of us enter the classroom. Sayori heads straight for the closet and I follow. Well, let's see what we have in here. Crayons! Yeah! Sayori puts a box full of crayons off the shelf. They're the best brand too. They're kind of dirty though. Sayori starts pulling various crayons out of the box, reading the colour names. Alright, that's one down. Don't get distracted, we still need to find... Wait, I'm looking for my favourite colour. Fine. Then at least move aside so I can look for... then at least move aside so I can look for the poster paper. Ah, I dropped one by accident. Whack! Yeah! Sayori bends over and smacks her forehead right into the shelf. She falls onto the floor and the crayons spill all over her lap. Ow! You alright? My forehead! Sayori clutches her forehead. I know the feeling of banging my head on things. Door frames are my worst enemy. Gee, Sayori. That's just like you, isn't it? Come on, let me see. Since Sayori is sitting on the floor, I grab her by the waist and pull her out of the closet. You have to move your hands, Sayori. But it hurts. Just do it for a second. Sayori slowly releases her hands from her forehead, still covering her, her hair with the bash anyway. I gently brush her bangs to the side. Ow! Sorry. There's a huge red mark in the centre of her forehead. A bump is starting to form as well. Ooh, ow. Man, that's gonna swell up. I should find you some ice. April. Where would I even find ice around here this time? I guess a cold drink would do. You don't have to. I'm fine with looking like a unicorn. It's not gonna be that big of a bump, surely. Even wincing from pain, Sayori makes a silly joke. Oh, she's pretty happy-go-lucky, isn't she? What are you even saying? I'll be right back, okay? Okay. Time to go find some drinks. I pat Sayori on the shoulder and run into the hallway. I locate the nearest vending machine. Now, what should I get? It doesn't really matter since it will be used as an ice pack rather than to drink. But I know Sayori likes apple juice, so I purchase that one. In just a moment, I'm already returning to the classroom where I left Sayori. She has one palm on her forehead and is using the other hand to clumsily scoop crayons back into the box. At least they were already in the wrong spots before I spilled them. Sayori, here. I hand Sayori the bottle of apple juice. It's nice and cold. Oh, they even animated in the apple juice. That's really cool. They really like their square bottles in Japan, actually. That's something I noticed while I was over there. Sayori opens the cap and starts drinking from it. Sayori, what are you doing? It's for your forehead, idiot. Ah! Sorry, I forgot. How hard did you hit your head? Sayori places the bottle against the bump on her head. It stings. Just bear with it, it'll feel better soon. Looks like you cleaned up most of the crayons, so that's good. Hey, April. This kind of reminds you of growing up, doesn't it? Eh? What do you mean? You know how we used to play outside all the time? I'd always try to keep up with you. You were kind of oblivious in some ways. Like, I usually fall behind or had trouble climbing on the things you did. But sometimes when I tried to do things I couldn't, I would get myself hurt. I'd fall and scrape myself or get a bump. And I would start crying really hard. Aww. Oh, she's really sweet. And you would rush over as quick as you could. And you'd try really hard to get me to stop crying. It was almost like you blamed yourself and were afraid of getting in trouble if someone found out. Even though it wasn't really your fault at all, you know? Did I really do that? Yeah, you don't remember? Come to think of it, maybe I do remember a bit. I guess I was always so focused on my games I didn't pay enough attention to you. So in a way, it was my fault. And kind of like this time too. If I wasn't rushing you to get out of the closet, you probably wouldn't have hit your head. April. I didn't think you realised it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. You're rushing to help me even though I'm just being clumsy. Ah, you really are a sweetheart. Don't call me that. I really don't do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Before I even know it, I'm treating you like this. I guess that's what happens when you've been friends for so long. Really? Maybe you're right. April, I'm so glad that nothing's changed between us. Do you think it'll be like this forever? Forever? If I'm honest with myself, there's no telling where we'll end up for college or after that. So it wouldn't be fair on me to make any promises. But, well, I hope so. It's been this long already, right? I can't imagine you ever changing, so my hopes are up. Yeah, it's true, like, at this point in your life, you're kind of thinking, the college is so far away and it'll take so long to get there and everything, but when you look back on it from the other side, it's like, wow, that all went by so quickly. I'm so happy. Sayori has a whimsical expression in her eyes. We remain silent for a moment. She's so silly and clumsy on the outside that when I see her deep in thought like this, it makes me not want to disturb her. I guess we should go back. I don't want to worry Monica, you know. Yeah, good luck with that. She's gonna see your forehead either way. Not if I hide it with my bangs. Sayori hops to her feet. Hey, we got new music too. Yeah. She clutches her forehead again. Don't stand up so fast after hurting yourself. Ooh. Well, I guess it's too late now. Anyway, let's go. I follow Sayori out of the classroom. Sayori plays with her bangs to try and hide the bump, but without much success. In a moment, we make it back to the club room. Aww. You're back. Good timing. I was just about ready to start with showing our poems. Eh? Sayori, your forehead? She's fine, don't worry about it. I was playing with the crayons and smacked my forehead into a shelf. More ... Well, anyway, were you able to find everything we needed? I have it all right. Eh? Sayori frantically glances around herself. I forgot all the stuff. Calm down, Sayori. I have it all right here. I found the poster paper too. Brilliant. Sounds like you ended up doing all the work, April. Sayori, I failed to come up with an excuse for Sayori. I made it adventurous. Yeah, that. Well, okay. In any case, good work. I'll start working on the posters tonight. Yeah, me too. Okay, everyone. Are you ready to share your poems? I guess I should grab mine. After making sure the crayon box is closed tightly, I return to my seat. Okay, let's start with Monica, since, she's already doing all his work. Hi again, April. How's the writing going? Not all right, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad, I'm happy with you applying yourself. Oh, she's really positive. That's nice. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. Well, I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. ... All right. It's pretty good. It makes me think of Sayori, like the other one you wrote. You two are like the dynamic duo. That's kind of exaggerating it. Yeah, probably. But you do spend a lot of time with her even in the club, don't you? Then again, I don't blame you for being a little shy. I'm not shy, it's just... I'm just teasing. I know it takes a bit of time to make friends with everyone, but Yuri and Natsuki are super interesting people, so don't be afraid to give them their share of time. You can talk to me every now and then too. I'm not, like, unapproachable or anything, am I? No, it's nothing like that. I'm just still getting used to being here, that's all. Yeah. Well, I'm sorry if I'm putting pressure on you or something. I really didn't mean it like that. No, don't worry. I get what you're saying. Well, all right. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. All right, let's take a look. Save me. The colours, they won't stop. Bright, beautiful colours. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. Like a monitor. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing. Sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable. Ooh, that's a pretty nasty image to think there. Like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. Sticky. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Ooh. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? Well, I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just the kind of thing I never really see before, I guess. I kind of like playing with my space on the paper, and choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. Yeah, I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression of a feeling, or a conversation with the reader. Though putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. I'm going to save my game just in case. There we go. Right. So, return. There we go. Right. Just like Monica said, we're taking her advice. You never know when you might need to change your mind. Or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this tip even about writing? What am I even talking about? That's my advice for today. She does feel like she's kind of forgotten that she's supposed to be in a game. Thanks for listening. Still, I mean, it's a bit like in Metal Gear Solid, where the Colonel just keeps on talking to you and going, yeah, Snake, if you want to sneak, press X. And Snake's like, what do you mean, press X? Who shall I show my poem to next? Let's go with Yuri. Let's see what you've written for today. More dots. Well done, April. Your skills are already improving. I'm pretty sure I just put random words on paper, Yuri. Really? Oh, thanks, Yuri. Coming from you, that means a lot. Eh? It's nothing. I'm just happy to inspire fellow writers. You know you're new to this, so don't worry so much if it seems like you can't get your poem to feel perfect. You don't need to be afraid of little more daring. Metaphors can go a long way. That's a metaphor when it's at home. Don't feel like you need to work your brain just turning a bunch of gears. Try letting your mind wander through your feelings. And write down the things you see and hear. That's one way to enable your reader to see into your mind. It's a very intimate exercise. I see. Oh, that's certainly an interesting technique. Thanks for sharing. I have, well, an example of that, if you'd like to read it. Of course. Is this the poem you wrote for today? Yuri nods and timidly hands me her poem. Oh my goodness, this is a long one. Alright, here we go. The Raccoon. It happens in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. Unordinary? Yes, unordinary. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences. I mean, I gotta be honest, if there was a little cute fluffy animal that was just outside and wanted food, I would give him all of it. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. I mean, that's what I'm counting on. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say we have gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, though my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. There's a few too many references to a cutting knife in that one, particularly when they're referring it to both words. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem's about. Cutting knives, I think. Well, that's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and convey emotions through them. Yeah, if I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies. It's those sorts of things I usually am forced to keep to myself, though I sometimes enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, April? Well, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities. That's a good point in general. Even if it's difficult sometimes, and some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit right now, but I'm glad you're such a good listener. Well, let's get Atsuki out of the way. Well, it's not really any worse than your last one, but I can't really say it's any better either. Ew. Huh? Ew what? Well, anything that isn't a train wreck, I'll take it as a win. And I get the feeling you're probably the most critical. Hey, what makes you... Wait, maybe that was a compliment. well, I'm glad to see somebody recognizes my experience. Well then, keep practicing and maybe you'll be as good as me someday. That's, something tells me Natsuki completely missed the point. Come to think of it, this kind of reminds me of Sayori's poem from yesterday. Eh? You think so? Yeah, well, I guess if you've been friends with her for so long, you might be on the same wavelength. But you never really struck me as her type. Sayori has a type all of a sudden? Wow, I don't know, honestly, but how can someone so, fluffy spend so much time with someone like you? Oh, that's not a compliment. It's like she's dragging around a dead weight. Oh, that's really not a compliment. That was a little unnecessary. But think of it this way. If it wasn't for me, she probably would just fly like... Wait, what? She'd probably just fly away like letting go of a balloon. You could say we both take care of each other in our own ways. Well, whatever it is, I don't get it. Oh yeah, I suppose you're supposed to show you my poem. Here. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wriggly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favourite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words. But she likes spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time, I hurt my leg real bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried to not let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if it doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. And I'm going to tell everyone. I can't agree with that sentiment whatsoever. Not bad, right? Shut up, Natsuki. You're rubbish. It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think it was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. Sometimes you can explain complicated issues in much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree with the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course. It's about how everyone thinks That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everybody has some kind of weird hobby or a guilty pleasure. Oh right, so she was Amy in the poem. Ah, that's a lot nicer then. So all those ignorant jerks not wanting to be her friend because she likes spiders or whatever else is the spiders are relevant for. Sometimes something that you're afraid of people find out, they'll make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what somebody's like, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? Oh, that's a really good sentiment. I like that. I like it. Natsuki, you're my favourite now. I really think people need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Ah, that's funny. Yuri wrote a poem something similar today. Huh? Did you say Yuri? Well, yeah. She said her poem was about an unusual hobby of hers. I didn't really get it, but she said something similar to you. That people should make each other feel insecure about those things. Really? Well, I mean, Yuri's pretty weird, but I doubt she has some kind of weird hobby. Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's not like I would judge her or anything. Natsuki has trouble finding words. I guess I should not try to be so mean to her. If she feels insecure about her weird behaviours and stuff. I mean, I always hate people who make me feel insecure. And Yuri made me feel insecure yesterday. But the way you put it, it sounds like she learned her lesson. Well, I would say so. Even if her writing style is different, I'm sure she appreciates the message in your poem. That's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless it's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow, so look forward to it. Hey, more poems to read. And Sayori to finish it off. ... April, I really love your poems. I can't believe you're hiding these from me. I'm not hiding anything. But your poems are so good. Yesterday's and this one too. You can't tell me you haven't done this before. I mean, you're really the only one who feels that way, so... No way. Not even Natsuki. Well, I guess Natsuki is at least the least likely to admit how much she likes something. But I don't think it's that. What do you mean? Well, I guess I'll be honest about it. It's a lot easier to write poems when I'm thinking about you. Stop thinking weird things, idiot. I just mean you're a really expressive person, I guess. How am I supposed to write poems about my own stupid life? But you somehow make everything in your life an adventure. Even the little things. Like cooking. Let's not talk about your cooking. So yeah, I guess what I'm saying is I can feel more feelings through you than I can through myself. We have a kind of weird connection. So it's your fault for getting in my business all the time. I don't know if I understand. You never understand when I try to explain things to you, do you, Sayori? I pat Sayori's head. Hey! I'm not a kid, you know. Are you sure about that? Well, maybe. Sayori starts fiddling with the pencils between her fingers. Hey, April. Will you give me your poem? I kind of want to keep it. Why? Because, well, it's the first time you've written something for me. ... Explanation points! Sayori, you completely misunderstood. I didn't write this for you. Well, are you even listening anymore? Well, whatever. I'll give it to you when we go home. Really? Snap. I broke my pencil. Sayori bends down to pick up the pieces she dropped. But being inattentive of her surroundings, she bumps right into me. Sorry. It's fine. I'll get it for you. I bend down and pick up the broken pencil. Sayori clutches the desk beside her to support herself, knee shaking. I'm a little clumsy today. Let's sit down, Sayori. Yeah, I wonder if probably a bang to the head might have done that, I reckon, Sayori. I grab Sayori's arm and help her sit at the desk. Anyway, I still haven't read... Oh, I haven't read your poem. Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. But it's not as good as yours. Geez, don't worry. I'm sure I'll like it. Bottles. I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine, all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck out one. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe. And I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in bottles, all in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friends after friends, more bottles. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. Like exploring a dark cave. Discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging. Scraping and scraping. I blow off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up and in come my friends. In they come, in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelves, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting and pleading something, but all I hear is echo, echo, echo inside my head. That's quite a sad poem, I think. Holy crap. Sayori, did you write this? Of course I did. Didn't I tell you yesterday I was going to write the best poem ever? Yeah, it feels like she's a, critical introvert who's trying to just push herself too hard. Yeah, but... I mean, I didn't expect anything like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot. And I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being so cheerful. But, well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little bit better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't say that, Sayori. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always has a bit of a habit of getting obsessed with things before dropping it, no more than a week later. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if everybody could come sit at the front of the room. Yeah, is this about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together something good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any good new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well at last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sayori has been working on posters, and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but it doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Ah, sorry, I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Monica? Yeah, we're going to be performing a poetry performance. Each of us is going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let everyone else come up and recite poems too. Sayori's putting it all on the poster in case anybody wants to prepare ahead of time. Yay! Sayori, who's been colouring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't start putting those posters up already, did you? Yeah, well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know. There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people just like that. I agree with that, Suki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys? No, Sayori. I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud to a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. Well, I also doubt there will be a room full of people, guys. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everybody what literature is all about. Yeah! It's about expressing your feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? Inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you all here in the first place. I know you do. I know we all do. And if it takes standing up in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it too. That sounds like a pretty bold statement there, Monica. Dot, dot, dot. Dot. I mean, dot, dot, dot. Mitsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess it leaves me no choice. Well, I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to find new members. The least we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but... Dot, dot, dot. It looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. Oh, right. Phew. Done. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Dot, dot, dot. Yuri dejectedly glances around at everybody else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. Yay! That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. No way. Monica? This is too sudden. Well, if you can't recite your poem in front of the club, how do you expect to do it in front of strangers? Oh no. Don't worry. I'll start off by helping everybody feel a little more comfortable. Hey, can I go next? Aha, of course. Now, let's see. Monica flips through her notebook to a specific poem she had in mind for herself. She then stands behind the podium. The title of this poem is The Way They Fly. Ahem. Monica begins reciting her poem. Her clear, confident voice fills the room. More than that, her inflection is pristine. She knows exactly how to apply emotion behind each line she recites, bringing the words to life. Is this something she's done before, or is she simply a natural? I glance around me. Everyone has their eyes on Monica. Sayori looks amazed. Yuri has an intense expression on her face I don't understand. Finally, Monica finishes the recitation. The four of us applaud. Monica takes a breath and smiles. That was so good, Monica. Thanks very much. I was just hoping to set a good example. Are you ready to go next, Sayori? I'll go next. Yuri's all fired up all of a sudden. Yuri clutches a piece of paper between her hands and stands up. Keeping her head down, she walks quietly over to the podium. This poem is called... Yuri anxiously glances around at each of us. You can do it, Sayori. Yuri. It's called Afterimage of a Crimson Eye. Yuri's voice shakes as she starts reading the poem. Just a moment ago, she practically refused to do this. Why is she suddenly putting in so much effort? As Yuri gets past the first couple of lines, her voice changes. It's almost like what happens when Yuri gets absorbed into her books. Her quivering words transform into the sharp syllables of a fierce and confident woman. The poem is full of twists and turns in its structure, as she enunciates with perfect timing. This must be a rare glimpse into the whirling fire Yuri keeps concealed inside her head. Oh no, Ifrit is in there somewhere. Suddenly, she's finished. Everyone is stunned. Yuri snaps back into reality and glances around her, as if she's bewildered even herself. Bye! It's up to me to save the situation. I'm the first to start applauding. Everyone joins me afterwards, and we give Yuri the recognition she deserves. It's not that we don't want to applaud for her, but we're so caught off guard that we must have forgotten. As we applaud, Yuri holds the poem to her chest and rushes back to her seat. Yuri, that was really good. Thank you for sharing. ... It looks like Yuri is down for the count. Okay, I guess I'm up next then. Sayori hops out of her chair and cheerfully walks to the podium. This one's called My Meadow. Sorry, I giggled. Sayori, it's a lot harder than I thought. How did you guys do it so easily? Well, try not to think of it as if you're reciting to other people. Imagine you're reciting it to yourself, like in front of a mirror or in your own head. It's your poem, so it'll come out the best that way. I see. Okay then. Sayori begins her poem. Somehow it feels like her soft voice was made as a perfect match. The poem isn't aimlessly cheery like Sayori is. It's serene and bittersweet. If I were to read this on paper, I probably wouldn't think much of it. But hearing it come from Sayori's voice almost gives it a whole new meaning. Maybe this is what Sayori meant, like when she said she likes my poems. It's like I get to reach more deeply into someone I thought I knew through and through. Sayori finishes, and we applaud. I did it! Good job, Sayori. Even April liked it. I guess that's a good sign. What does that even mean? It came out very nicely, Sayori. The atmosphere of the poem fits you very nicely. But it might be the other poems just don't work quite as well with that kind of delivery. I don't really understand. In other words, I've seen poems of yours that have a lot where that sort of gentle delivery wouldn't work as well. They might need a little more force behind them, depending on what you're saying and reading. Oh, I know what you mean. Well, I've been practicing that kind of thing. It's just embarrassing to do it in front of everyone. Then the next time, I'm going to make you pick a poem that challenges you a little more. We don't have much time before the festival, you know. Okay. Now, who's next? Natsuki? Don't make me go before April. Not like I can compare with you guys anyway. Might as well let April lower everyone's standards a little before I have to do it. Natsuki! It's fine. I might as well get it over with, but it's not like I have much of a selection on what to read. I'll just go with what I wrote for today. I stand up in front and step in front of the podium. Everyone has their eyes on me, making me feel terribly awkward. They're rated in height order, that's fun. I recite my poem. Since I'm not exactly confident in my own writing, it's hard to put a lot of energy into it. Despite that, once I finish, I receive applause anyway. Sorry, I'm not really as good as everyone else. Don't worry about that so much. I think it's less about your abilities and more about your lack of confidence in your writing. That's something that'll improve over time, though. Yeah, maybe. Alright then. That just leaves you, Natsuki. Yeah. I'm going. Natsuki begrudgingly skids out of her seat and makes her way to the podium. This poem's called... why are you all looking at me? Because you're presenting. Anyway, this poem's called Jump. Natsuki takes a breath. Once she starts reciting the poem, her sour attitude disappears a little. While she's still a little unenthused, her poem has a rhythm and a rhyme to it. It's Natsuki's trademark style, and it works surprisingly well when spoken aloud. The words feel like they're bouncing up and down, and as if giving life to the poem. Natsuki finishes, and everyone applauds. She huffs back to her seat. That wasn't so bad, was it? Easy for you to say. You better not make me do that again. Well... Do you at least feel prepared enough to recite a poem in front of other people? I mean, doing it in front of other people would be way easier. I can put on whatever face I want for other people. But when it's just my friends, it's just embarrassing. That's a nice surprise, Natsuki. I think it would be the other way around for me. Well, that's just how it is, so... Well, I guess in that case, you won't have much of a worry about it for the festival. That said, I want to thank everybody for coming through. It might be hard, but I hope you all have an idea of what it's like now. Make sure you pick a poem and get enough practice before the festival, okay? I'll be making pamphlets, so let me know ahead of time what you'll be reciting. Geez, I should probably find some other poem to recite instead. That's fine too. It doesn't have to be your own. I'm already pleasantly surprised you're putting on all this effort for the club. It makes me really happy. Hair whip. Yeah, no problem. Okay, everyone. I think that's about it for today. I know the festival is coming up, but let's try to write a poem for tomorrow as well. It's been working out really nicely so far, so I'd like to continue that. As for the festival, we'll finish with planning tomorrow, and then we'll have the weekend to prepare. Monday's the big day. And I can't wait. I can do this. I can do this. All right. Natsuki didn't have anything to say though. I stand up. There's no way I'll be able to find the same enthusiasm as Sayori and Monica, but I'll do my best to get through it. If it's for the sake of the club and impressing Monica, then I'll have to do my best. Ready to go, Sayori? Yep. Look at you two, always going home together like that. It's kind of adorable, isn't it? Yeah. Jeez, guys, don't make such a big deal out of it. It must be a little nice, though. Well, how am I supposed to respond to that? Please, it's okay, April. You don't have to say anything. Well, whatever. Let's just go already. Somebody's shy. I walk home with Sayori once more. Even though it's only been a few days, a lot of things have already changed. But today, Sayori is being a little quieter than usual on the way home. Hey, Sayori. ... Sorry, I was spacing out. No wonder. I was thinking about something from earlier. I like how we get to... Sayori fumbles with her words. So, let's just say that one day Yuri asked to walk home with you. Huh? What would you do? What kind of question is that? It kind of putting me on a spot here. Yeah, I'm not that fond of Yuri. I much prefer hanging out with Sayori, to be honest. She's a lot less, cold. Sayori, you really think I would ditch you for Yuri? But she's so beautiful and smart. Jeez. I already see her at the club every day. Besides, you always seem to like going home together. I wouldn't just ruin that for you. You're so silly, April. You think about me too much sometimes. Yuri would deserve it if she wanted it. Though, Sayori, I've already made up my mind. I really can't figure you out sometimes. Sorry. Besides, what's the point in speculating something that's never going to happen? The conversation tails off. It's kind of weird thing for Sayori to care about so much. But I want to respect her and keep her happy too. Then again, the festival is only a few days away. So who knows what will happen in that time. Alright, time to save our game. We've got a new poem to make and we'll do that at the start of the next episode. I hope you're all enjoying this. Let me know what you think of it so far and yeah, comments down below. Thanks very much everyone. Until the next video, take care and bye bye!